Hello Skillr Boxers. Today we are going to break down punch numbering in boxing. What it is, how it works, and why it is so useful. And on top of it, we will give you real fight examples so you can learn the whole system in one video. Punch numbering is exactly that, attributing a number to each punch. The main purpose is simple: to let coaches communicate instantly with their fighters, in training and in a fight.
Remember, under the rules, one more, that's it.
Let's say a trainer wants to call out a long combination. If he has to call out every single shot, for example, right hook to the body, right uppercut to the head, and so on, the combination will be too long to call out, making it ineffective. Instead, it is much faster to call out 3 low, 6, and so on. This makes the whole call out of combinations much more efficient. Before you can put it to practice and drill these systems with examples, we will explain to you the two main punch numbering systems used in boxing, starting with Cus D'Amato's numbering system, the Willy. Historical evidence on punch numbering is quite narrow, but Cus D'Amato appears to be one of the earliest and most influential coaches to formalize a punch numbering system. In his teaching of the peekaboo style, where head movement and quick counters were everything, D'Amato needed a system that allowed him to shout instructions the fighter could execute instantly, and that opponents couldn't easily decode. D'Amato's numbering system was really focused on their boxing style, not covering all punches, but the ones they most frequently used in their peekaboo style. We'll let Tyson explain them.
1 left hook to the boom, 2 right hook to the boom, 3 left uppercut, 4 right uppercut, 5 left hook to the liver, 6 right hand to the spleen, 7 jab to the head, 8 jab to the body.
Cus had his boxers drill this in what he named the Willy bag, after American boxer Willie Pastrana. The bag would have a sketch with those numbers, each in the position where the punch should go. This way, the trainer would yell out the numbers and the boxers would punch the correct shot to where the number is.
1 2 5 6 1 6 5 2 1 2.
This way, they learned the system, and whenever they drilled on the mitts, in sparring or even in a fight, right as the trainer called out a combination, they would instantly know which punch to throw, leaving the opposite corner clueless. However, this system is really specific for their boxing style. Let's look at the standardized system most used today. The modern universal system. Nowadays, this is a punch numbering system that is used worldwide, with only small variations depending on gym, coach, or country. We will call this the universal punch numbering system, and it looks like this. This system uses a clear order. It alternates between lead and rear punch of the same trajectory, starting with straight shots, then looping shots, and then ascending shots. We also label overhands as punches 7 and 8. These same punches to the body are called out with an abbreviation. We usually use L for low. Let's start with a few examples of combinations, so you can memorize the system. 1-2, Deontay Wilder. The 1-2, or jab cross, while probably the most basic combination in boxing, is also one of the most effective. And it happens to be Deontay Wilder's most dangerous combination.
Khan trudges forward, a right hand, down goes Ortiz!
The combination uses the jab to get into position, allowing the cross to land.
He's showing the work rate. He's hitting. Heads to burn. Goes down.
The jab sets the feet by stepping forward, putting you in range to throw the power punch.
Often cut the distance up. That would be wise. There's a big round to this point. Oh, big right hand. Down goes Brazil.
Wilder likes to really extend the jab, often using it to blind the opponent, then quickly fires the cross, breaking through the opponent's guard.
That is why Wilder's one of the most dangerous power punches to deal with inside that ring. Can change things completely for the world.
uses his incredible reach and rotates fully to reach even further. 3-low-8, Kermel Moten. The 3-low-8, or hook to the body overhand to the head, is one of Kermel's favourite ways to follow up liver shots. This combination uses the kinetic linking principle, where the end of the first shot loads the start of the second.
Downstairs.
First, he transitions his weight to the lead side and front foot to throw the hook to the body, slightly raising with inertia, and then rotates the other way, dipping slightly to deliver the overhand.
Jab, jab, and straight.
Kermel often throws it to counter the opponent's jab, using an inside slip to get in position for the 3-low, and then following it up with the 8.
And you can see Kuba's overthinking it a lot.
Manage his distance, but the pressure of
Well, Kuba's actually reversed the pace.
1-4-low, 3-low. The 1-4-low, 3-low, or jab, rear hook to the body, lead hook to the body, is Spence's favourite way to set up his devastating body shots.
It's the left, right to the body. There was again. Wind him up. It was the body shot that dropped Barrera.
This combination plays the high and low game,
What's the biggest?
using both straight and looping punches.
What's the biggest thing you? But he realizes in 140 shots. His toes, that's power. It's all.
The initial jab forces the opponent to close their guard up the middle, leaving the sides of the body open for both hooks.
30-2.
Spence often uses the jab only as a setup for the real damage.
Not to say he don't have one, but you make him go into that.
1-2-1, Manny Pacquiao. The 1-2-1, or jab cross jab, is one of Pacquiao's most effective combinations and often catches opponents by surprise.
Manny Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman!
This combination uses straight shots to lunge forward, finishing with a jab.
3-punch combination.
The first 2 punches are often defended by pulling or stepping back, so most opponents don't expect another punch after the cross. Ending with a jab often catches them off guard.
I'm looking for pivots. Has the respect because he's created the distance that he needs.
Back just a bit. Pacquiao fires back, tries to get Ugas landed a right hand to the body. Now Pacquiao able to land. Shot lands for Ugas. Pacquiao.
Manny uses it to close the gap between himself and the opponent. He steps forward with the 1-2 and lunges in with the last jab, sometimes coming in from an angle, over the opponent's shoulder.
And you always wonder.
1-1-8, Canelo Alvarez. The 1-1-8, or jab-jab overhand, is one of Canelo's favourite combinations to land his signature overhand.
Inside, most of the times he would just hook his way.
Just like the 1-2, this combination uses the first punches to close distance and get in range to land the power shot. In this case, an overhand.
Of fights. He continues. Hall of Famers predicts an 8th round. Munguia open up a Canelo again.
Aren't you saying the
Canelo throws the jabs simply as a tool to get closer, often with minimal force, then follows up with the overhand.
Not gonna like me when I'm angry. Through 5. The left hook to the body by Canelo. The jab. Just missing him again in the corner.
He also mixes up the target, sometimes aiming for the opponent's arms, the top of their head, or straight through the guard. This constant variation makes it even harder to defend.
Yeah, recently Canelo just
Develop any kind of rhythm from this. Charlo corral. Charlo single shots and full
movement from Charlo, but no punches. Outside, jabbed, straight punches, and Charlo letting Canelo
fight has been a professional.
1-4-low, Ray Vargas. The 1-4-low, or jab hook to the body, is one of Ray Vargas's most vicious attacks to the lower section. Similar to Spence's combination, it mixes high and low, and straight and looping shots.
2 knockouts, but
The jab closes the guard through the middle, exposing the body's sides for the hook to land cleanly.
Now as well.
As well.
Yeah, and he's the one putting the...
So we mentioned earlier that McSav goes.
Vargas has not scored enough.
Yeah, so far, Vargas 43, but...
Vargas uses his long reach to throw it from the outside.
Against a guy like...
The jab sets up the 4-low, which he throws by rotating his entire body.
leg while running in the mountains.
You can tell Vargas feels so fast. I did not give him time.
From the ropes.
Stay in the center of the ring.
I'm Argentine Olympian Alberto.
Pieces just a moment ago. When he throws that overhand right, some of them are...
4-low 6, 3-low 5. Subriel Matias. The 4-low 6 and the 3-low 5, or hook to the body, uppercut to the head, are one of Matias's favourite combinations at close range.
I mean, a technical fighter.
Was bombing.
These combinations mix low and high with looping and straight punches. The hooks to the body open the guard, setting up a clean uppercut through the middle.
Fighting this way.
Matias throws them without loading up, keeping everything tight at close range. He'll use either the 4-low or the 3-low to the body, then quickly follow with the 6 or 5 to the head. He throws it very quickly with the same hand, and the uppercut doesn't follow traditional mechanics. You won't see a big wind-up or full rotation. Instead, he keeps a straight posture and throws an arm punch, slicing vertically through the guard.
Now goes over the top with a ready living.
Now, a textbook combination would mix odd and even numbers, so it uses both hands with momentum, and some with the L abbreviation, so it mixes head and body. But of course, there are many different ways you can make your combinations effective. Let's continue to learn more with these next examples. 3-3-low, Canelo Alvarez. The 3-3-low, or lead hook to the head hook to the body, is one of Canelo's favourite combinations to set up a liver shot. This combination plays the high-low game using looping shots.
We saw him. He looks very strong.
The initial hook to the head forces the opponent to raise their guard, exposing an opening downstairs for the liver shot.
Going to be a good style.
Canelo likes to throw the 3 just touching the opponent's guard, and the 3-low with real torque behind the punch.
Oh, and there it is!
1-2-1-2, Dmitry Bivol. The 1-2-1-2, or jab cross, is one of Bivol's favourite combinations, and he often mixes it up between longer combos. In this case, there is no change from looping to straight punches or high and low punches. It is all straight punches to the head, meant to cut through the opponent's guard. Bivol will throw them in quick succession, transferring the kinetic energy from one punch to the other. The 1 loads up the 2, which loads up the 1, which loads up the 2. This quick combination often overwhelms the opponent and allows Bivol to cut through their guard. 1-low-2, Anthony Joshua. The 1-low-2, or jab to the body cross to the head, is definitely one of AJ's best knockout punches. A basic yet effective combination that plays the high and low game.
I'm going to answer that. Yes, yes.
The jab to the body makes the opponents either lower their guard or attempt to parry the shot, leaving an opening upstairs for the cross to land cleanly. In the case of Joshua, the 1-low also sets his feet in position, bringing him closer to the opponent,
Throw a dummy, give a little bit coach. Yeah, new style. Smart fight.
From that position, he will change levels, raising up and using the forward momentum of the 1 to land the 2 to the head.
He's not a mug.
6-3 low. Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez. The 6-3 low, or rear uppercut lead hook to the body, is both Golovkin's and Canelo's favourite combination. This combination is the perfect setup for the liver shot at close range.
Straight, normally
To keep Canelo Alvarez at bay. Does he have that stick?
shots.
He's got leverage. He's got...
This is the way you knock down a...
The 6 closes the opponent's guard through the middle and makes you rotate your whole body, loading up the 3 low.
Mentioned after round 1 he'd be able to breathe.
With the sides open, the liver shots can land clean and with maximum torque. Both Golovkin and Alvarez throw it identically.
Macklin trying to obey those instructions, and there's the body shot. Oh, that is the end of that.
They will throw it at close range from a squared stance, using the uppercut as a decoy and putting all weights behind the devastating liver shot. As we know, boxing is not just punching, and you can include other techniques into the system. For example, defensive sequences. Here you have the main defensive techniques and the punch numbering side by side. So now we're going to look at both the combination of punch numbering and defensive sequences to understand counterpunching better. Inside outside slip. 6. Gervonta Davis. The inside outside slip, 6, which is a head movement sequence followed by a rear uppercut, is one of the many counterpunches Davis uses. And as it's followed by his devastating left, it's also one of the most dangerous.
Well, the learning curve obviously has...
Left, beautiful.
He has 2 variations depending on the opponent's stance. When facing the same stance, he slips to the outside and follows up with the left uppercut. When facing the opposite stance, he slips to the inside before throwing the left uppercut.
Pound weight class.
Hands behind his back.
When slipping to the outside, Tank will completely rotate his body to align the left uppercut with the opponent's head.
He's gonna fold from his...
On the other hand, when slipping to the inside, as he remains in the line of fire, it's a much quicker motion. In both cases, he uses the slip to already load up the uppercut.
Show and spectacular.
Pullback, 6, Canelo Alvarez. The pullback, 6, another head movement sequence followed by a rear uppercut, is one of Canelo's favourite ways to counter opponents who overextend.
Straight right hand from Canelo to the body as well. 68-66 Canelo. He's only 2 rounds.
In this case, the pullback gets him out of punching range, allowing him to avoid the shot. As the opponent overextends and falls in, Canelo steps back in range with the uppercut. He transfers weight to the back foot during the pullback, which also helps load up the 6 as he re-enters range.
First round against James Kirkland. Heavy power shots. Kirkland does... Oh! The uppercut caught him!
Canelo will sometimes throw it like a bolo punch, slightly opening up the right hand to create a longer path for the uppercut, which also allows for more power.
It's a beautiful display of defense on Canelo's part.
Block 3, David Benavidez. The block 3, a blocking move followed by the lead hook, is definitely one of Benavidez's favourite ways to counter, and a really sneaky way to catch the opponent off guard.
Yes. The speed, I mean, he really can do it all.
Yeah, taking his time.
Especially being in there with a tall guy. Yeah, he's very slick. Oh, he just got hurt with a left hook, let me tell you.
Here, Benavidez maintains a high guard, baiting the opponent to throw. With the guard up, he blocks the shot and follows with a quick lead hook.
Took upstairs, lands, curling behind the guard.
As many professional rounds as Moretti told us this in the fighter meetings. He thinks
And now Benavidez on the ropes win again. You don't want to be in there.
If the opponent throws on the same side, Benavidez has an open target to counter. Even if the opponent throws from the other side, he will still attempt to catch them off guard and land clean.
Benavidez just a hair. I think it's a
Benavidez throws it very quickly and with a whipping motion.
And that's something we want to hear.
Overreach with that left.
He also throws it straight from the high guard, making it much harder to read.
Break his rhythm. We just saw it.
If I agree with you, that's short.
Inside slip, 1-8, Manny Rodriguez. The inside slip, 1-8, is a head movement sequence followed by a jab or an overhand, and it's Manny Rodriguez's best way to neutralize an opponent's jab. The inside slip positions him perfectly for either shot. For the jab, the inside slip moves him to his left side, putting weight on the front foot, and with a little rotation, he can launch a jab on the inside track.
And Rodriguez.
For the overhand, the timing has to be perfect. As he slips inside, he will simultaneously throw the overhand over the opponent's jab. Manny usually baits the opponent by keeping his guard up and staying front foot heavy. He waits for the opponent to commit, then quickly gets on the inside track and fires his counter.
One even, but he's very game and he's trying to turn this fight around. And
Shoulder roll, 6, Caleb Plant. The shoulder roll, 6, is a parrying move followed by a rear uppercut, and it's one of Caleb Plant's slickest counters. The shoulder roll deflects the opponent's rear hand while he stays back foot heavy. Plant then rotates and moves forward with the rear uppercut, aligning it with the opponent's head.
He's doing a great job though, having that
Plant sometimes uses this on the inside, already slightly bladed and baiting the opponent to throw.
Any fight, but
a couple of jabs that didn't connect from Jose.
In other cases, he baits with a high guard, then switches to a Philly shell to counter.
Down for the third time. Oh, McCumbee wanting to.
Level change, 3-4, Isaac Cruz. The level change, 3-4, is a head movement sequence followed by a hook, and it's Isaac Cruz's most powerful counter.
Real nice, and he's going to have to work.
Right, that's a very dangerous moment.
Yes.
He reaches that point. Cruz moving forward, not landing an awful lot of shots.
Oh, that was
there
it.
it is!
He uses the level change to get under the opponent's punches. At the same time, it loads up his legs, allowing him to spring up and generate more power. He then throws either a lead or a rear hook.
big right hand over the top. And now we're seeing something similar against Gamboa. And there's a shot down. I don't know what. Oh, big left hook. It's cringeworthy from our standpoint. Big right hook. Down goes Gamboa. End it.
For Cruz, who's usually the shorter boxer, this counter is especially effective. He keeps a close, tight guard, letting the opponent open up. Then, with the level change, he slips under the shots and springs back up with devastating hooks.
Landed Cruz and right now hanging.
He's fighting that way up to this point.
So good personal, he said.
Porters and Cruz putting together a combination. Vargas who comes back with a right of his own that was blocked.
As you can see, punch numbering allows our brain to deeply understand each technique and its purpose. Just like poetry has metrics, combinations have structure. Before we move on to the final example, we have a quick message from our sponsor, Pro Boxing Training, the premier all-in-one platform designed to help beginners train with structure and become advanced fighters faster. Using the modern universal numbering system featured in this video, you can easily drill and master high percentage combinations and attack sequences. The app features dozens of carefully crafted modules and weekly team workouts released every Monday. These breakdowns analyze the training patterns of world champions, so you can train the way top pros actually train. Update your fight operating system in the new year with a special lifetime offer. This deal expires on February 1st and will be gone indefinitely. Download pro boxing training and dominate in 2026. Let's see the last example, so you can test how well you have understood the system. Step back, 1-2, Dmitry Bivol and Andy Cruz. The step back, 1-2, a footwork move followed by a jab cross, is one of Dmitry Bivol's and Andy Cruz's favourite ways to use their fast feet. It's simple yet highly effective.
I think he's got to show.
When the opponent throws, they take a quick step back to move out of range. If the opponent overextends and falls into range, they immediately counter with the 1-2. In other cases, after making the opponent fall short, they step back in range with the 1-2 to connect better.
We could just defend, let's see what he tries. I think it's not the champion taking on Chaz Witherspoon.
Both Andy and Bivol use it similarly. Their constant movement makes it easier to disguise this counter and draw opponents into it. The motion must be sharp and precise, but both have used it to great effect in their fights.
This guy out, I am a knockout puncher.
So just anytime he's getting a knockout, so you can get fights.
No, I think he's got to show me.
Roll 3. Mike Tyson. The roll 3, a head movement sequence followed by a lead hook, is Mike Tyson's most iconic counter with his devastating hook.
Nice long rest there, but he has felt. Back comes Sheldon.
Using his peekaboo style, Tyson was constantly moving his head, slipping under punches. When an opponent overextended, he used the momentum of the roll to explode upward with his lead hook.
Special. He threw a tremendous left hook, missed. He's going to have to get in there and force him apart.
As the roll shifted his weight to the lead side, the hook was fully loaded, allowing him to throw it with all his body weight behind the punch. His legs, already engaged from ducking, added explosive force as he lunged forward with the hook, closing distance and making his counters even more devastating. Inside slip 3, Devin Haney. The inside slip 3, which is a head movement sequence followed by a lead hook, is one of Devin Haney's most sneaky ways to counter an opponent's jab. When the opponent throws his jab, Haney slips to the inside track. At the same time he slips the jab, he has loaded his lead hand, so he can counter with the lead hook. The inside track is also the line of punch traffic, so he cannot stay there too long. That's why this counter is really quick. Haney would often use his other arm to open up quicker, to slip and counter much faster. Outside slip 2, Canelo Alvarez. The outside slip 2, which is a head movement sequence followed by a cross, is Canelo's quickest counter.
Jab from Canelo.
Canelo will slip the opponent's punch, usually a jab, to the outside, where he is out of the line of punching range. There, his rear hand is loaded and prepared to counter. He will then slightly shift and move forward to connect with his own cross. Canelo will usually use the high guard to bait the opponent. When the opponent takes the bait, he will lower the guard, slipping and then quickly countering.
Doubles up.
Pullback 2, Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather. The pullback 2, a head movement sequence followed by a cross, is one of Muhammad Ali's and Floyd Mayweather's favourite ways to counter. They usually bait the opponent by placing their head forward as an open target. When the opponent falls for it and overextends, they pull back to get out of range, then quickly counter with their own cross. Ali would often keep his guard low, slightly leaning to his lead hand side when throwing the counter, to better align his cross with the opponent's head.
The champion has plenty himself, there's no question about that.
What's the throw bomb? He's been down 3 times, takes a right.
Floyd, on the other hand, would sometimes bait with a high guard, keeping a defensive posture, and then quickly counter when the opponent committed. Slip 5-2, Juan Manuel Marquez. The slip 5-2, which is a head movement sequence followed by a lead uppercut and the cross, is Juan Manuel Marquez's go-to combination to counter off a slip.
If indeed he's capable of fighting guys, appears to have learned the lessons very well. Ending of the round has saved him from going down, and there's a left hand.
Marquez, who is often looking to connect his signature lead uppercut, will slip to his lead hand side to load it up.
Uppercut here by...
Depending on the opponent's punch, he will be slipping to the inside or to the outside, but in either case to his left side. From there, he will counter with the 5-2. Marquez uses the 5-2 combination as it flows perfectly, but he also throws the uppercut in singles. Sometimes, he will even throw to the body after the slip. As we have seen, punch numbering lets us communicate fast, design combinations, transcribe exchanges. It's nearly identical to reading musical notation. As Joe Calzaghe mentioned, winning a fight is just playing the right notes at the right rhythm. Now it's your turn to put it into practice. Study fights and see if you can identify these sequences. And if you found the video interesting, you can find more on our channel. And to your left, we have chosen a video that we thought you may like.